3.
Many greetings from Jerusalem, and question about the peace is always a question about the human being. The woman and man, they are one family. Why we are not in peace? Because we don't think about another people. We think egoistically about himself. And secondly, the important thing is the peace is gift of God. If we don't accept God, after we have problem with the peace together between the men and the family. So I think it's important to be honest with ourselves, to open our mind and our heart to another person. This is the one way, as St. Francis tells us, to be in peace with us, with another person, and with God.
Thank you.
3.
Hi, my name is Daniel Woodenbell. That's important. To answer the question, I'll start maybe with telling you my interpretation of religion. I think that everybody's looking for a way in life of understanding the world as being more than just a ramble assemblage of matter and energy. And that's fine, that's a normal human reaction, I think. And therefore, I believe a lot of people use religion to be able to understand their existence or the way of their life, and that also, in my opinion, have a big effect on relationship. I would say in general, if it's not forced upon me, your religion, and if you can be okay with me having my opinion of my life and my existence, I don't think there should be any problem within relationship regarding religion. And pretty much it is just a tool for you to have a better life for yourself in general. So I think it could be fine. It could be worked out always, just as long as you can give free will and have free will. And that'll be it. Yeah, thanks.
1, 2, 3.
I'm Joshua, and I believe that religion is vital in our interpersonal relationship. It gives us a moral guide on how we should act. Naturally, survival of the fittest people should naturally be killing each other to survive, but religion, I feel, has brought value to us since 2,000 years, 3,000 years. It's good for us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
1, 2 y 3.
Hola, soy Jeremy Levy de Chile. Creo que la religión sí es una influencia positiva para mis relaciones interpersonales, porque gran parte de lo que uno aprende, lo que yo he aprendido de religión es cómo relacionarse con la otra persona de una forma, de la forma que Dios quiere que lo hagamos, y de una forma en que haya paz, haya armonía entre las personas, entendiendo que todos somos parte de la misma gran alma que es Dios, que es Hashem.
Ok, gracias. 3.
Hi. I don't think religion has any impact on my relationship. I'm married to a Japanese gorgeous guy, and that's it. I think we find the differences in religion and in culture quite interesting in both sides. So this is why it doesn't have a negative effect. On the contrary, it has maybe a positive effect and makes it more spicy and interesting.
3.
Bueno, nosotros creemos que la religión sí tiene una influencia positiva en nuestras relaciones interpersonales, debido a que nos permite conocernos a nosotros mismos desde un ámbito más profundo y de esa forma saber entender cómo respetar al otro desde nuestra perspectiva sin invadir su espacio ni pasar allá del nuestro también. Por eso creemos que es importante y que tiene una influencia positiva en nuestro comportamiento.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, hi, my name is Emily, and it's a really interesting question. I think it's a complex question, but it's simple in some ways. For me, it plays positive effect. Even though I may not call myself a religious person, more spiritual, I did grow up as a Baha'i in a religious family, which is like really all about embracing all the religions. So I feel really lucky to have that quality inside me. And Yeah, I think that sometimes it's a matter of maybe getting under the layers, like looking into really who we are on a deep level, but like eliminating these big globalized forms of speech that can be sometimes locked. So I think for me it's positive, but I have to think about it. I have to use my intelligent intuition in a moment so I can feel free.
Thank you.
All right. 3.
Okay, so what I started to say is the way you pose the question, it brings up within me the way I treat religion, or I think about religion. And the first thing that comes into my mind when I think about religion is my family, because I'm coming from a relatively religion or semi-religion, I don't know how to call it, Masorti in Hebrew, family. And for us, the religion really lives within us. And it is more a cultural thing than a system of rules and mitzvot and way to manage your life. It's more the music and the texts and the philosophy behind it. So us, for example, every Saturday we sit after we take a shower and my mom light the candles, and we sit and we're getting ready to the dinner, to the Saturday supper, and we sing the tefillah, the prayer of Friday evening. And I don't know, maybe music is the first thing you come into my head when I think about religion. If it affects my personal relationship, of course. I mean, that's my relationship with my dad that taught me towards my bar mitzvah in the age of 13. He taught me that thing I should read in front of the synagogue and in front of the audience. And we talked a lot about relation issues and matters. So that's the relationship between us. Of course, it lies on much more things, but it's one very important part of it.
Hi, my name is Isaac Maxwell. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I think that religion, in my case Judaism, does actually improve interpersonal relationships. I feel this way because, I think that it gives you a way of life and a way to live by, which in turn improves your whole outlook on life. And again, that in turn would affect your interpersonal relationships. Say you knock into someone on the street, and they can get really angry about it. You just, from the way of thinking that you're already going by, you just turn around and say, "Look, man, I'm sorry," and it does not have to be a big thing at all. Whereas someone who doesn't really have religion or doesn't really have something to live by might just blow it up into a huge thing, and the fight would start right there. Also, I feel that it definitely helps improve relationships with the opposite sex. For sure. Again, Judaism does have laws again about how to act, certain ways around women and men, differently. And I think that it also definitely improves marriages and relationships in that way because of all these rules. And you have to cut off from your wife for 2 weeks out of the month, because of the menstrual cycle. And I feel again, that helps because when you're allowed to be with her again, that definitely strengthens the relationships. And again, it just so kind of like shapes a way that you should live your life. And I feel that if you have a positive outlook on life, according to what you believe in, then definitely it will improve your interpersonal relationships.